Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, modern-day alchemist, medium, and all-around intuitive and magical being. And I'm here today to say Happy June. It's we're halfway through the year just about, and it's been an eventful year and will continue to be. So, the first week of June. How about this? Remember always from May 29th until June 22nd, so remember that the whole month, Mercury, our planet of communication, is retrograde. And as you know, retrogrades happen 3 to 4 times a year for about 3.5 weeks each time. Well, we're in one now, and it's quite something already. And it's probably going to be even more intense and interesting. So the most important thing to keep in mind is back up all your files all the time. Take nothing for granted. Triple check all plans and arrangements, and make sure that you are very careful with whatever you say, whatever you send, and really whatever you promise to do, one either by deed or by word. This is an important time for all of us. So retrograde, RE, is a great time to research, a great time to retreat, take care of yourself, take care of what you haven't been able to take care of while you are moving forward, and to definitely reevaluate. Take a look and see what is of value to you, who is of value to you, and what you want to do about that. This is not a time to take great action on those things that you reevaluate, but it is a good time to take a look and see just what's going on in your life and how it's going on. Having said that, we'll move into Mars. Currently, Mars, the planet of how we take action, is in a trine, a harmonious, beneficial relationship with the planet Neptune. So, idealism and inspiration, Neptunian, they're very strong. Now is a good time to let practical action, Mars, lead you to satisfying results. So, Mars, how we get things done, try Neptune, inspiration, idealism. Do let practical action lead you to really happy results. The caveat here is it's Mars, which is action, fiery, pointed action, and Neptune, which can often be deception. Make sure you know what you're aiming for. Make sure also that whatever sets you off, whatever gets you moving forward, is verified. Whenever Neptune is involved, I say verify, verify, verify. Neptune is going to be involved quite a lot this month. So stay tuned in and stay connected to what you need to be connected to so that you're always discerning whether or not you're dealing with the truth, either internally or externally. So tomorrow, on June 2nd, the planet Venus, relationships, women, balance, healing, value, especially self-value, enters the sign Cancer. And Cancer is a nurturing sign. It's a sign that rules food and rules home, rules all of the things that make you feel a part of and wanted by. So it's a great time to assess family, a great time to assess tribe, a great time to assess your soul group. Who are these people? Family, not just blood family, but family that you gravitate towards or that gravitates towards you. And sometimes that family is called your tribe, and sometimes it's referred to as your soul group. Whatever you call it, this is a good time to allow it to nurture you, allow it to reflect your values, and allow it to assist you in your moving forward. You're bringing harm to no one. You're being a good person in a good place. And by good, I mean, what do you do? What have you done? What are you doing to advance the cause, your cause as a human being, and the cause of your world? What are you doing to make sure that there is, everyone feels nurtured, everyone feels that they belong? On June 3rd, we have a couple of really interesting aspects happening, and those are the sun, the life-giving planet, the life force, is in a trine, harmonious, beneficial relationship with the planet Saturn. Saturn is the responsibility planet. Saturn is the should planet. Saturn is the rules planet. So this is really a good thing. Saturn and the sun together will provide a sturdy, sensible, well-structured foundation and well-structured building or edifice for you to create whatever you want. You can create it following plans, following rules. So make sure that you know what you want. Remember the idealism of Mars trine Neptune. And now is a great time. Let's move forward and let's get that moving forward to produce something that is viable. Sun trine Saturn will do that for you. The next aspect is Venus. Remember Venus? Relationships, women, balance, value, especially self-value, is trine Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of blessings, the planet of luck. So remember that what you do is with your relationships, with your ideas of traveling, because traveling isn't always getting in the car or getting on a plane. There's inner travel. That's you exploring yourself. Again, a perfect thing to do during Mercury retrograde. And your travel in the outer world. And sometimes the travel journeys are as short as going to the grocery store, as long as, again, hopping on the plane. But take a look and see how these travels are going to expand you. Be mindful. That is, please don't be asleep, especially during Mercury retrograde. And with Neptune sort of drifting its way through our consciousness and unconsciousness, please be aware that what you have to do as Venus trines Neptune or Venus trines Jupiter in the travel, the internal and external travel that you make, that you take, please be aware that this is a great time to find out more about who you are. Since Venus is involved, it feels more like an internal travel situation. And that means let's take a look at your values. Let's expand your view of your values. It's a good time to look and see who and what you are, because your values tell us who and what you are and what you're dedicated to. So make sure that what you're dedicated to is something that can bring vibrancy and life and flow into everybody's existence. And finally, on June 5th this week, we have some really interesting transits going on. One of them is Mercury, which we've seen before, squaring Neptune. This is the second of 3 squares to Neptune. Wow. Well, Mercury is how we think, how we make our plans, how we communicate. And if it is square, and a square looks like this, it's abrasive. If it is square Neptune, the planet of deception, the planet of the soul too, the planet of haze, the planet as in fog, the planet of spirituality. See, it's a lot of things. The planet of, let's see now, the planet of illusion. An illusion sometimes is great because if you're an artist or a photographer or a writer, illusion can be a great thing. If you are not one of those things, illusion can still be great because we can dream, especially daydream. However, you want to be aware that you are dreaming, especially daydreaming, that you are imagining. Now, if you want to imagine things, you have to make sure, if you want them to come true, if you want to live in what you've imagined, You have to make sure you've built firm foundations under those imaginings, and that you've built firm, strong supports for those imaginings, and that you've followed the rules for building something great, something lasting, something supportive. Then you can live in that. At one time, at one time, everything that we had that makes our modern lives convenient and our modern lives work was somebody's idea or part of somebody's imaginative thought. So it doesn't mean it can't happen, but it means that you have to do the proper work to make sure those foundations are secure and those structures can support what it is you're dreaming of. If you're not careful, remember, this is a time when imagination can get the best of you. So again, Neptune is involved. Verify, verify, verify. And since Mercury is retrograde, verify. The last aspect for this week is pretty big. It's Mars, the planet of how we do things, how we get things done, in opposition, Mars is here, in opposition to Pluto, its big brother. Pluto is a planet of transformation. Pluto is the planet that says we have to break it down in order to build it up. So Mars and Pluto together, Mars can be a great destroyer. Pluto is definitely about transformation, so some sort of destruction will always take place when Pluto is involved, and hopefully that destruction will be positive. Mars is picking a fight with Pluto. This is quite something to see and nothing that you really want to get caught up in. So when Mars is in Pluto, it's going to be intense. Do not let your emotions get the better of you. Do not allow somebody else's plan or campaign to seduce you into to go along with it. Really keep your feet on the ground. Remember, you've got Mercury square Neptune. You're in a Mercury retrograde. So please, Mars is all feelings and passion. Pluto is all feelings and passion. Do not let these feelings, do not let this passion make you a victim of your own emotions. It's not a good thing. Remember, not only are you verifying all information, but be grounded. And I'm sincere when I say this. This is a good time to wear ankle weights. It reminds you that you need to stay grounded and reminds you that you are and can be grounded. Pay attention to what needs to be done to keep you firmly on planet Earth. The passion and emotions are really going to sweep you away if you allow them, if you are not paying attention. A lot of times that looks like anger, because with Mars and Pluto, that can happen. You really don't need that. Please, they're in opposition for the next few days. What you want to do for 3 or 4 days after that is you want to be paying attention to how you feel, so that how you feel doesn't lead you into actions that you will regret. Always think first. 90% of what you think you should say or do, please don't. Remember, you've got Mercury, you've got Neptune, you've got all kinds of planets that are not about substance in the mix, as well as Mars opposition Neptune. Now, what positive things can Mars opposition Neptune do? Well, I'm sorry, Mars opposition Pluto. What positive things can Mars opposition Pluto do? Mars opposition Pluto can do a lot, because Pluto is the power of the universe, and Mars is how we get things done. And if you take the power of the universe, which is the will, and you take how we get things done, you can definitely do just about anything. What do you want to do? Remember, you've got the Sun trine Saturn. Great time to build something long-lasting and something of great value, something that you truly want. So let's harness that Mars opposition Pluto, and let's get these things done. You've got the force of the universe, and you've got basically the force of the universe. You've got this marvelous chariot, and come on, you've got Mars, which is the horse, pulling this fantastic chariot. Much can be done, and you can really enjoy the process. This is a great time for long-lasting, often permanent change. After all, Mars, once it cuts, always leaves a scar of some kind. And Pluto is about transformation. So it's tremendous change. And you want to be conscious for it. And you want to move towards it in the most positive of ways. And use this time to allow conscious transformation. Mars opposition Pluto. What has to change? What has to go? What needs to be bonded to you? Conscious transformation. This is a good thing. So I'm going to leave you there. It's a great week. Again, happy June. Remember always, Mercury is retrograde until June 22nd. So be careful with your plans. And bye.